So listen, Jesus wasn't saying that his own religion, Judaism, was bad. Paul wasn't saying that religious ritual or seeking knowledge or even seeking to be the best at what you do is bad. They were both just saying these things are not the most important thing. And that knowledge of God is not something we achieve, that salvation, enlightenment, happiness is not something we achieve, especially on our own. God is found, God is made real, God is known in the sharing of love with one another, in the love we practice toward one another and toward our neighbors. God's love is found, God's love is made real, God's love is known in the genuine care we show one another by listening for each other's stories, hopes, and needs, and by honoring one another's gifts. So let's just take a moment to think about where we are in this community today and the people who are around us, or perhaps to think about your own life and the communities that you're a part of, and just pause for a moment to consider how we might do that, how we all might find some ways to slow down, to listen for each other's stories, hopes, and needs, to welcome one another's gifts. John Veneer also wrote this. He said, "A community is not an abstract ideal. It is people. It is you and I. In community, we are called to love people just as they are, with their wounds and their gifts, not as we want them to be. Community means giving them space, helping them to grow. It means also receiving from them so that we too can grow. It is giving each other freedom. It is giving each other trust. It is confirming, but also challenging each other. We give dignity to each other by the way we listen to each other in a spirit of trust and of dying to oneself so that the other may live, grow, and give." Community is not an abstract ideal. It is people. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to slow down my life. It's a recurring desire, or awaken my heart more fully to those who are around me. But I do know that love is the different way to which we are called, and love is the different standard we have been given to value our lives and the lives of others. For God is love. That's what our tradition affirms. God is love, and those who live in love live in God, and God lives in them. So I'd like to invite you to turn to your announcement sheet, and we'll join together in this prayer for community that you find there. We use this at our council meetings sometimes. And since you've been sitting for a while, I'll invite anybody who is able to stand, and let's say this together before we continue with our service. As a community of faith empowered by the resurrection of Christ, we affirm,
we will be together.
We will stand as brothers and sisters given life by God.
We will watch out for one another.
We will listen to others in a spirit of compassion.
We will respect the power of silence.
We will wait for the slowest.
We will sooner or later catch up with the fastest.
We will dry the tears of those who are weeping.
And know that they will dry ours when the time comes.
We will let ourselves begin to feel the pain of those we have considered our enemies.
We will entrust our stories to each other.
We will not be skeptical that peace can come.
We will not forget the joy of life.
We will not forget to be grateful.
We will do our best to serve in each other hope, courage, and faith. Amen.
Please be seated.